Every single day, over 20 million tons of food is harvested across the globe. That's enough to fill 4 million dump trucks lined up bumper to bumper from New York to Los Angeles and back again. But here's what blows my mind. Most people have absolutely no idea how farmers pull off this massive operation year after year. Today, we're going behind the scenes to reveal the incredible systems, machines, and strategies that feed 8 billion people on our planet. We've split this guide into 4 parts to make it easy for you. In the first part, we discuss the planning phase and how farmers prepare months before harvest season even begins. In the second part, we discuss the cutting-edge technology and machinery that makes modern harvesting possible. In the third part, we discuss the actual harvesting techniques used for different types of crops from grains to fruits. And in the final part, we discuss what happens after harvest and how crops reach your local store. Part 1. The planning phase. Harvesting millions of tons of crops doesn't happen by accident. It starts with meticulous planning that begins months before the first seed even touches the soil. Farmers operate like military generals coordinating a massive campaign. They study weather patterns, soil conditions, and market demands to decide what to plant and when to plant it. The timing is absolutely critical. Plant too early and a late frost can destroy everything. Plant too late and you miss the optimal growing window. Farmers use something called growing degree days to calculate the exact planting schedule. This is a formula based on daily temperature averages that predicts when crops will be ready for harvest. It's like having a countdown timer for your entire operation. Soil preparation is another crucial step that most people overlook. Before planting, farmers test their soil for nutrient levels, pH balance, and moisture content. They use this data to determine which fertilizers to apply and how much. Some farms even use precision agriculture techniques with GPS-guided tractors that can adjust fertilizer application rates in real time based on soil variations across different parts of the field. Crop rotation also plays a massive role in maintaining productivity year after year. Farmers don't plant the same crop in the same field every season. They rotate between different crops to prevent soil depletion and break pest cycles. For example, a farmer might plant corn one year, soybeans the next, then wheat in the third year before returning to corn. This strategy has been used for centuries, and it's still one of the most effective ways to maintain soil health. Water management systems need to be in place before planting begins. Large-scale farms install irrigation systems that can cover hundreds or thousands of acres. These systems range from simple sprinklers to sophisticated drip irrigation networks that deliver water directly to plant roots. In regions with limited water resources, farmers invest in moisture sensors and weather stations to optimize every drop of water they use. Part 2. The machinery revolution. Modern harvesting wouldn't be possible without the incredible machines that have revolutionized farming over the past century. The combine harvester is the undisputed king of crop harvesting equipment. This one machine can cut, thresh, and clean grain, all in a single pass through the field. A modern combine can harvest up to 100 acres per day, which would have taken a team of 50 workers weeks to accomplish just 100 years ago. These machines are technological marvels packed with computers and sensors. Today's combines use yield monitoring systems that create detailed maps showing exactly how much crop was harvested from every square meter of the field. This data helps farmers make better decisions about fertilizer application, seed selection, and field management for the next growing season. Some combines even have self-driving capabilities using GPS and automated steering systems that allow them to work with centimeter-level accuracy. But combines are just the beginning. Specialty harvesters exist for almost every type of crop you can imagine. Cotton pickers use rotating spindles that grab the cotton fibers and pull them from the plants while leaving the stalks intact. Potato harvesters dig beneath the soil, lift the potatoes onto conveyor belts, and separate them from dirt and rocks using shaking mechanisms and air blowers. Grape harvesters shake the vines at specific frequencies to dislodge only the ripe fruit while leaving unripe grapes attached. The scale of these machines is mind-blowing. A single large combine can cost over $500,000. That's why many farmers participate in custom harvesting operations, where professional crews travel from farm to farm with their equipment. These harvesting contractors follow the ripening crops from south to north, starting in Texas in early summer and ending in Canada by fall. It's like a massive mobile harvesting army that moves across the continent. Maintenance and preparation of equipment is a full-time job during harvest season. Farmers spend weeks before harvest checking every belt, bearing, and blade on their machines. A breakdown during peak harvest time can mean losing thousands of dollars per hour, as crops sit in the field getting overripe or damaged by weather. Many farms keep backup parts on hand and have mechanics on call 24 hours a day during harvest season. Technology continues to advance at a rapid pace. Autonomous tractors and harvesters are already being tested on commercial farms. These machines use artificial intelligence and machine learning to navigate fields, avoid obstacles, and optimize harvesting patterns. Drone technology is being used to scout fields and identify areas that are ready for harvest days before a farmer would normally check. The future of harvesting is heading toward fully automated farms that can operate around the clock with minimal human supervision. Part 3. Harvesting techniques for different crops. Different crops require completely different harvesting approaches. Grain crops like wheat, corn, and rice are the workhorses of global food production. These are typically harvested using combine harvesters when the moisture content drops to a specific percentage. For wheat, this is usually between 13 and 15% moisture. Too wet and the grain will mold in storage. Too dry and it shatters and falls on the ground during harvesting. The harvesting window for grains is surprisingly narrow. Farmers might have only a 2-week window when conditions are perfect. This creates intense pressure during harvest season. It's not uncommon for farmers to work 16 to 18-hour days, stopping only when dew makes the crops too wet to harvest efficiently. Weather forecasts become the most important information source during this period. A rainstorm during harvest can delay operations for days and potentially reduce crop quality and yield. Fruit and vegetable harvesting is a completely different beast. Many fruits and vegetables are still harvested by hand because they bruise easily or require judgment to determine ripeness. Apples, oranges, strawberries, and tomatoes are often hand-picked by teams of workers who move through orchards and fields with incredible speed and efficiency. A skilled apple picker can harvest over 1,000 pounds of fruit per day. However, mechanical harvesting is increasing even for delicate crops. Blueberry harvesters use vibrating mechanisms that shake the bushes, causing ripe berries to fall onto catching surfaces. Lettuce harvesters cut the heads, trim them, and pack them into boxes all in one continuous operation as they move through the field. Tomato harvesters for processing tomatoes shake entire plants so vigorously that the tomatoes fly off and are caught by conveyor systems. Root crops present unique challenges because they grow underground. Carrot harvesters loosen the soil and lift the entire plant, then remove the tops and separate the carrots from soil and debris. Sugar beet harvesters must dig deep to extract these large roots without damaging them. Onion harvesters undercut the bulbs, lift them to the surface, and windrow them for drying before they're collected and transported to storage. Rice harvesting deserves special mention because it feeds more than half the world's population. Rice is often grown in flooded fields, which creates unique harvesting challenges. Modern rice combines are designed to work in muddy conditions, with special tracks instead of wheels. In many parts of Asia, rice is still harvested by hand using sickles, then bundled and dried in the sun before threshing. The contrast between high-tech Western rice farms and traditional Asian rice paddies shows the incredible diversity in farming methods around the world. Part 4. After the harvesting, the crop is only half the battle. What happens next determines whether all that hard work results in profit or loss. Transportation logistics are crucial immediately after harvest. Grain needs to be moved from the field to storage facilities or directly to buyers. Large farms use their own truck fleets, while smaller operations rely on custom haulers. During peak harvest, the demand for trucks can exceed supply, causing delays and increased costs. Drying and storage are critical for preserving crop quality. Grain that's too wet will spoil in storage, so most farms have grain dryers that use heated air to reduce moisture content to safe levels. These dryers can process hundreds of tons per day, running continuously during harvest season. Once dried, grain is stored in massive silos that can hold thousands of tons. These storage facilities are equipped with ventilation systems and temperature monitors to prevent spoilage. Quality control happens at multiple stages after harvest. Grain samples are tested for moisture content, protein levels, and the presence of damaged kernels or foreign material. These quality factors directly affect the price farmers receive. A 1% difference in protein content in wheat can mean a significant price premium. Fruits and vegetables are graded by size, color, and quality, with premium grades commanding much higher prices. Post-harvest processing adds value to many crops. Wheat is milled into flour. Corn is processed into everything from cornmeal to high-fructose corn syrup. Soybeans are crushed to extract oil and create meal for animal feed. Cotton goes through ginning to separate fibers from seeds. Each of these processing steps requires specialized facilities and equipment that represent billions of dollars in infrastructure investment. The supply chain that connects farms to consumers is incredibly complex. Crops might pass through multiple handlers before reaching their final destination. Grain elevators purchase crops from farmers and aggregate them for shipment to processors or export terminals. Produce distributors buy fruits and vegetables and ship them to grocery stores and restaurants. The logistics of moving millions of tons of perishable products without spoilage requires sophisticated cold chain management and just-in-time delivery systems. Market timing can make or break a farmer's profitability. Prices fluctuate based on global supply and demand. Farmers use futures contracts to lock in prices before harvest, reducing their risk, but also limiting potential gains if prices rise. Some farmers hold their crops in storage and sell gradually throughout the year to smooth out price variations. Others sell everything at harvest to free up storage space and generate immediate cash flow. These marketing decisions require understanding global commodity markets, weather patterns in other growing regions, and economic trends. The entire harvesting operation requires coordination between dozens of different players. Equipment dealers provide machinery and parts. Seed companies supply optimized crop varieties. Chemical companies provide fertilizers and pest control products. Grain elevators and processors buy the harvested crops. Banks provide financing for equipment and operating expenses. Government agencies regulate food safety and provide crop insurance programs. This interconnected network allows farmers to produce the massive quantities of food that modern society demands. Every year, this incredible cycle repeats itself. Farmers plant, tend, and harvest billions of tons of crops that feed the world. The scale, efficiency, and technological sophistication of modern agriculture are truly remarkable. Next time you sit down to a meal, remember the massive operation that brought that food to your plate. From the farmer who planted the seed to the combine operator who harvested it to the truck driver who transported it, countless people work together to make our food system function. And that's how farmers harvest millions of tons of crops every year.